Hello guys, join me in making of this beautiful off-shoulder busty with a gathered gown. It has a style at the back. I am going to be teaching us on how to cut the upper part, but the down part I will not be teaching on how to make the down part. The down part is just the gathered gown. We all know how to make a gathered gown, so my focus will be on the upper part and at the back that has a style. Okay, if you're interested, just keep on watching and don't forget to like and also share this video so that every other person will learn how to make this. If you're interested, keep watching. So guys, I have my pattern paper here and it's on fold. I'll start by cutting the upper part, which is the front. Now remember, in making an off shoulder, you are going to remove about 4 inches, 5 inches, 7 inches, depending on how deep you want your front to be. So I am going to be removing 5 inches, placing my tape like this. I deducted 5 inches and I placed that 5 inches on the upper body of this paper, and I will get my bust line, under bust, waist, and also the 2 inches. I added 2 inches for the seam allowance. You know, this is an off shoulder busti. After making it, the reason why I added the 2 inches is because this is an off shoulder busti. After making it, the curve is going to go up or go deep, so that 2 inches I added is going to shorten. Maybe everything will come back to 1 inch. Now I am going to just outline the line of bust, under bust, waist, and the 2 inches, which is what I am doing right now. Having done that, the next thing I'm going to go ahead to do is to input my bust span, my nipple to nipple divide by 2. I'll mark it from the bust point, under bust, waist, and the seam allowance. I am going to rule it across like this. So I'm going to label the bust, under bust, waist, and the seam half length. So this upper part is going to be my chest line. That 2 inches is going to be the half length. I'm going to take the line to the upper bodice. Now after doing that, the next thing I'm going to do, I'll come to the under bust measurement. I am going to be marking 1.7 inches, guys. You can mark 1 inch at this side part, depending how big or how wide you are or how slim. So I'll add 1.7 inches. Then coming to this side, I'm going to mark 1.5 inches. If you mark 1 inch on this side, you can go ahead and mark half inch on this side. So I'm just going to take it down. Let me repeat it again. I mark 1.7 inches on this side I'm marking right now here. Then coming to the other side, which is this particular side, the midpoint side, I mark 1.5 inches. Now I'm going to go ahead to connect it from the under bust to the bust point. I'll connect this other side as well. So on this under bust, if you mark the side part with 1 inch, coming to the center part, you are going to mark half an inch. You take it down. Now coming to this upper bodice, which is the shoulder area, I am going to deduct 1 inch at the both sides. This is called bust tightening. Now I'm going to go ahead placing my ruler like this. From the bust point, I'll just connect it to meet the 1 inch I deducted at the shoulder area. So this does not have any neck style, it's just a straight neckline. If you just remove that 5 inches from the shoulder, so the remaining line you are going to be seeing is just the straight neckline. So there is no neck style for this front bodice. Now I'm going to go ahead and add my bust measurement on this shoulder area plus the 2 inches I deducted at plus the half an inch. Same things goes to the under bust. I'll put my under bust measurement plus the dart intake I took plus seam allowance. I'll mark. Now I'll go to the waist, put my waist measurement divided by 4 plus the dart intake plus seam allowance. So whatever I have on the waist, I'll just take it down to the half length, the 2 inches I added. I'm going to go ahead and connect all the lines like this. So let me repeat what I'm saying here. If you mark 1 inch at the side body of this paper, the other center bodies are at the same under bust, mark half an inch. If you mark 1.5 on the side part at this midpoint side, which is still under bust, mark 1 inch. But my own, I took out 1.7 on the side part, then coming to this center part, I mark 1.5. I just purposely mark it that way. If you know the way you get your off shoulder bodies, go ahead and do that. Now on this shoulder area, I'll just mark my shoulder measurement, which is 8 inches. I'll mark from that 8 inches. I will place my tape to know where the chest line for. You know, the armhole area, know where the armhole area for. If you remove 5 inches for this, then the remaining inch for my chest line is going to be 3 inches. That is where I mark 3 inches on this armhole area and curve it out like this. So now if you wanted to make any neckline of your choice, just remove that 5 inches you deducted, mark, come down with 1 inch, or that is 1 inch is going to be 6 inches or 7 inches, then curve out any sweetheart neckline of your choice or any curvy neckline of your choice, and that will be all for these front bodies. This particular place I shaded will be the place I'm going to be cutting out. So I will be uploading the part 2, which is the back bodies, okay? And you know that this back has a curvy style at the center back body, so which is what we are going to be discussing too. Like I said before, if you don't know how to pad, I have a video on how to pad an off shoulder bust here. Go ahead and watch it. If you're interested in knowing how to cut the back, just keep watching. Now this is my pattern paper. I have folded it into 2. So I am going to be removing 7 inches for the back bodies. You know, I removed 5 inches for the front. So for the back is going to be 7 inches, depending how deep you want the neckline to be. So I will just stop at the 7 inches. If I wanted to go deeper, I can go ahead and do that after cutting this. Okay. Now I just went ahead to mark my bust point, my waist, and the half length. So that is what I just marked after placing the tape on the upper area, which is the shoulder, the place I call the shoulder on the upper part of this paper. I mark the bust, the waist, and the half length. Now I'm going to go ahead again, placing my tape like this, removing 7 inches to get the under bust line. I have a reason for that. I'll just get the under bust line. I am going to just make a little line for me to know where the under bust line is. I'll just leave it like this. Okay. Now the next thing I'm going to go ahead to do right now is to input our nipple to nipple measurement. I'll put that starting from the bust down to the half length of these back bodies. So I added 2 inches for the half length of the back bodies, but later on I'm going to remove ½ inch because the back bodies does not have any bust, any padding. Now coming to the waistline, I'm going to be removing half inch at the both side. I will take it down to the half length. The back body is going to have our normal dart intake, so it doesn't have the dart intake is just very simple. I'm just going to go ahead and mark our dart intake starting from the bust line down to the half length like this. Okay. Now the next thing I'm going to go ahead to do is to take the line across to the chest line like this. Next is to input our body measurement. From the chest line, I'm going to put my bust measurement divided by 4 plus my seam allowance. So while you are taking your measurement, after sewing all this, while taking your proper measurement, please, on this chest line, when you know it's your bust measurement that you added there, while shaping it, take out, or after taking your seam allowance measurements, go ahead and take out 1.5 inch, 1.5 inch. If it is still loose, you can take out 2 inches on the chest line, okay? Because if you're making an off shoulder, the shoulder area, which is the busty area, supposed to be very tight, even if you're not adding your sleeve to it. So go ahead and shape very well. Now I have gone ahead to mark my body measurement. Now I want to get the where the armhole is going to fall. So I'll just mark my place my tape like this, removing 7 inches to get where the 8 inches fall in. I just have 1 inch there, so I'm going to go ahead, place my chest, my French curve, and curve it out like this. So I now have my armhole curve. Now, depending how you want your neck line to be, the depth, I place my tape, removing 7 inches, then come down with 1 inch. I came down with 1 inch just to make a little curve for the back neckline. Okay, I'll just curve it a little, connecting it from the center pattern to the armhole area like this. So you can see that this is very simple. Like I said before, if you want to make your Garther gown, the down part, just multiply your waist measurement by 3 or by 2, depending how big your fabric is. Just go ahead and multiply it and gather it. And while making the back body of this Garther, from the waistline at the back, please put your zip allowance, because the waistline at the back is going to have a zipper allowance. Okay, from your waist, maybe come down with 6 inches or 7 inches, okay, for you to be able to for the back bodies to be able to have a fitting. All right, just go ahead and make your Garther. Doing Garther is very simple. That is why I will not be teaching it. Had it been I'm sewing this, I would have show you how to do it. But if you can be able to understand on how to make a Garther pleat. So this is what we have here. I have gone ahead to cut. Now remember that this has a little curvy at the back. It has a little curve at the center back where we tied the rope. And if you watch, I did not add any zipper allowance on these upper bodies. I did not add any zipper allowance. The back body was tied with a strap. Now from this center bag that I am doing right now, I am going to go ahead from the down part. I will remove 1/2 inch because I added 2 inches for the seam allowance. I will remove 1/2 inch, leaving only 1.5 inch. The back bodies does not have any padding, so I'll just remove 1/2 inch from that. While you are cutting on your fabric, please make sure to add half inch allowance at this place that we took out our dart, okay, even on the front too. So this is what we have for the back. Now to get that curvy area, this is the underbust. You know, I rule a little line at the underbust. From the underbust, I'm going to measure down what I have there. From the underbust to the half length, I'll measure what I have here. But if you watch from the underbust, I have to the waistline, I have 3 inches. Now coming to the waistline, I will just go in with 3 inches. You can go in with 2 inches, you can go in with 2.5, depending how wide you want that curve style to be. Now from that 3 inches I went in, I'm going to place my curvy ruler in this way, connecting it from the 2 inches I went in from the waistline to meet to the place I ruled my underbust like this. You can see what I'm doing. I'll just curve it. Remember, this paper is on fold. It is on fold, guys. It is on fold. It's our normal folding of a fabric. So having done that, I'm just going to go ahead and cut it out like this. If you don't want your own to be too deep or too open, from the underbust you come down with 1 inch. Then from the waistline you go in with 2.5 or 2 inches, depending how wide or how deep you want this curve to be. If you look at the place that was tied with a rope at the back bodice, it has an curvy open. So after that, the next thing I'm going to do is to slit this center pattern up, and this is what we have. So this is what we have. Okay, it's going to be looking like this on your fabric. While joining, please add half inch at this both sides. Cut your lining and turn it up. But before turning it up, I'm going to show us how to add the belt. The back has the belt, and that belt is the zipper allowance. So if you still wanted your back neck line to come down to be a little deep, you just go ahead and remove 1 inch or 2 inches, depending how deep you want this back bodice to go. You can see what I'm doing. I deducted 1 inch from the center back bodice. I connected it to the armhole area like this. So just give it any curvy shape of your choice at the back. Okay, you can see what I'm doing. I did it at the back this side. I'm also doing it on this side. So I'm going to show us what the back bodice looks like using a belt to illustrate that. So this is what we have. Make sure to cut your lining and turn it up. All right. So guys, this is sorry for that, guys. So this is how the back is going to be looking like without the belt. It's going to be looking like this. Okay, now on the down part of the back bodice, add your zipper allowance. While gathering, add your zipper allowance from the waist. Maybe from the waist you measure down 7 inches or 8 inches, depending how you add your zipper allowance for a skate. Go ahead and join it up, then cut exactly like this. Cut exactly like this. The way you see the shape of this back is the curvy area. Cut exactly like that on your fabric. Now let me illustrate the belt. Okay, let's assuming that we have cut the lining and we're about to turn it up. When you open, this belt is going to be at the midpoint, at the center of your lining and your fabric. Okay, after turning it up, your belt will be looking like this. Your belt will be looking like this. Your belt is going to be at the center part of your lining and your main fabric. Okay, I'm just trying to show us what is going to look like. You will do that before turning your lining up. Pin your belt in between the lining and the fabric before turning it up at the zipper area. This belt will serve as your zipper area. So you can see what I'm doing. I just pin it up and tie it like this. So this is how the back is going to be looking like. Make sure to add half inch allowance at this side before joining it on your fabric. So this is how our back will going to be looking like. Then you can go ahead and join your garter. I hope this tutorial is helpful to you. If there is anyone that you did not understand, guys, just go ahead and rewatch this video. You will understand better. So this is what I came up with in this our recreating style. Thank you for watching, and bye for now.